How to make enough money to quit your job. Ever wonder how all of these people are out here talking about they make all of this money from a home or from stocks or from Forex and all of these blah, blah, blah type of things? Well, I've tried almost everything in business and I can tell you what works and what doesn't. I'm going to tell you exactly how to make enough money to really quit your job. Let's go. I'm going to give you a simple step-by-step process for starting your own business, getting it profitable so that you have money and you're making money quickly. I'm going to share with you the secrets of starting out right so that you are profitable in weeks, not years. And I'm going to share with you the biggest mistake that I made in my business, how I lost money so that you do not do the same thing. The first thing that you need to know when you become a business owner and a true entrepreneur is that there are so many benefits. I remember when I became a true business owner, and now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur that runs 6 businesses and makes over $1 million a year, every single year consistently, I can tell you that it is enjoyable in so many ways. One of the best ways and one of the biggest benefits of being a business owner instead of an employee is your time freedom. Being able to control your time so that you are able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do is very life-changing. Another just huge benefit of being a business owner versus an employee is that you get to create your own paycheck. So when I worked for other people, I was always limited by my paycheck, by my bonus, by their pay structure. But as a business owner, I am able to write my own check. I create how much money I make, whether I take on more customers or more clients, whether I serve more products, whether I go on more speaking engagements. Again, not only do I control my time, I also control my money. And you get to decide what it is that you want to do. There's some years that I'll only make $20,000 or $30,000 per month. And then there's other years like this one where I just grind it out to the max and I take it to well into the millions. It's really up to you when you decide to become a business owner. All you need to do is make that decision and start to commit to it. But there are so many benefits, not even including the tax benefits. So when you are talking about quitting your job and becoming a full-time entrepreneur, basically the first thing that you need to do before you get into millions of dollars and all of this other crazy stuff is decide how much money it is and know how much money it is that you need to make in order to replace your income. So one of the things when I was quitting my job, I literally quit a job where I was making $225,000 per year. And yeah, that sounds like a lot of money, but I have made that money in a month in my own business. So the opportunity is absolutely there for you, but it comes down to what is the minimum amount that you need in order to replace your income. Now, of course, when I quit my job making $225,000 a year, I did not just jump into entrepreneurship and start making $20,000 and $30,000 per month. In fact, it was less than a third of that. I literally broke down how much I needed to pay my bills, just my minimum bills. And then I even took it a step further. I went and started thinking, well, what if I had to pay my mortgage every other month or my car note every other month? Or what if I could call my credit card companies and skip a month on my car note? Things like that. You want to break it down to the absolute minimum amount that you need per month to replace your income. Because one of the things that I find that trips up most people, and it surely tripped up me, is that I felt like I needed to make all of this money before I was able to quit. And the big problem with that is you'll end up working for someone much longer than you need to. You'll just keep going and keep going. Let's think about this. When I tell you I was making $225,000 a year, that's the number that was on my W-2. That is not how much money I saw in my bank account. I had to pay taxes, 401k deductions, Social Security, Medicare, medical, dental, all of these things were coming out of my check. Probably the same thing for you. So if you think that you need to make the exact same thing in order to quit your job, you are falling into the biggest pitfall. And what's going to happen is you're going to end up working for someone else much longer than you ever need to. And you'll never be able to get to that next income where you have your time to work in your business without that job. So break it down. What is the minimum amount of money you need per month to quit your job? That's the key. whether it be 1,000, 3,000, 1,800. I literally have students that have told me when they thought about it, they thought they needed to make $35,000 a year or $3,000 per month. But when they broke it down, it was only $800 or $1,200. So again, everybody's situation is the same. I can't tell you what your bills are. I got a lot of kids. They all had to eat. So my number was probably a little bit higher than yours. But what is your number? Think about that and break it down to the absolute minimum. Get rid of Netflix, get rid of cable, get rid of all the stuff that you don't need, and break it down to the bare minimum number. Step 2, make a decision. The next thing you need to do after you have your bare minimum number is create a timeline. When are you planning to quit your job? There is no, I'm gonna quit one day, or I'm gonna quit next year, or I'm gonna quit when I can do this. No. When are you quitting? Write down the date, and then we can reverse engineer when that date is. If you plan on quitting in 6 months, or 7 months, or 3 months, whatever the number is, or whatever the timeline is, make sure you write that down, and then you back into it. So if you need, for example, to make $1,200 per month, maybe you can quit in 3 months because you can come up with that money pretty quickly. Then this will allow you to own your time, and you'll be able to make even more money in your business because you don't have the job that's taking up most of your time. Number 3, set up the business. Before you start making clients or thinking about getting in paychecks, set up the business properly. There's 2 reasons why you want to do that. 1, it's for your own mental self. No one's going to believe in you if you don't read it out. If you haven't set up your business and created a business plan, you probably aren't actually convinced that you're going to be starting a business. You're going to come across naysayers. Trust me, I came across all different type of people that told me I was crazy, I needed to keep working that job, maybe I needed to go get a PhD or whatever the heck they were telling me. They were naysayers. And part of the problem is I didn't believe in myself. I hadn't set up my business. I hadn't written out my business plan. So how could I confidently go tell other people that this is what I was doing if I hadn't actually set up the business? So there's 2 reasons why you're going to do it. 1, to calm the naysayers, because of course they're going to come, but it's really for your own self. And 2, you gotta convince the banks and lenders and other people to invest in your business. You're really gonna want to unlock business funding in order to really take your business to the next level. And this is gonna require for you to set up your business properly. So step 1, set up the business. Go ahead and name your business. Go ahead and get a EIN number. Go ahead and get the LLC or the S Corp or the C Corp. Get a professional business email. Get a professional business phone number and create your business website. Whether you're going to be doing a physical business, maybe you're going to do hair or you're going to do nails or you're going to consult people, you're going to need a website. Look, folks, we are in this time and you are literally probably watching or listening to me on some type of internet thing. So go ahead and make sure you are on the internet because that is where people search for businesses and that's where you want to be found. Make sure your website looks great. You don't have to spend a lot of money on your website. You can literally have websites made for free. But again, we know what year it is. We know that the internet is not going away and you must be able to be found on the internet in order to truly be a business that's making enough money to actually quit your job. Next step, work your plan. So like I said, you created a plan. You know when you're quitting. You know how much money you need. Now let's reverse engineer and back into that date. Again, if you're quitting in 6 months, break it down. What are you doing in month 1? What are you doing in month 2? What are you doing in month 3, 4, 5, and 6? And then quit. Yeah, I know this is controversial. Many people will tell you, oh my gosh, this is scary. Trust me, it's gonna be a little scary for you. But as long as you start making money in your business, I promise you, once you quit that job and you don't have to go to someone's building or work in someone else's business, you will be able to dedicate the time, the effort, and the energy that you need to invest in your business and create the business that will truly make you a lot of money. So, okay guys, hopefully you learned a lot. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please click that little notification bell so you do not miss any of this awesome content that I am bringing you every single weekday. I am literally spending thousands of dollars per month creating this content for you so that you can have all of the tools, all of the resources, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. Additionally, I've created an entire course at Noelle's Free Training just for you. Again, noellsfreetraining.com, completely free just for you. This is Noelle, to your success.